Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Valerie and this is the catch up. So it's been a couple of months that I did the last sit down video where I get to tell you guys about my experience, about things that affected me and some other gist you get. But I've been quite busy. Part of it is our travel to Lagos, Nigeria in December. It was a crazy experience. I can't wait to tell you guys about it, about all the things we went through and how the whole journey went from start to finish. First of all, I hope you've noticed the background. We moved to a new apartment and it's a bigger space. I now have a room to myself where I get to explore my creativity and as well have an art room and art studio. I also have gotten my ring light and my mic. Before, I wasn't using the mic, I was just talking to the camera, and because the place was not so noisy and my phone is literally not so far from me, it's very good. You could hear my voice. Before, I was using my art easel and it was working perfectly well for me. I'm so happy to have upgraded my wares for my vlogs and for my videos so that it can sound better and look better. Let's get straight to the topic. We traveled on the 15th of December. We decided that we're not going to have Christmas in Qatar as it's an Islamic state and literally Christmas is like a normal day in Qatar. We decided to travel to Nigeria to see our family as well as introduce Ikeja to the family. I was about 5 months pregnant when I came to Doha, Qatar. So I couldn't wait to show her to my family members, my brothers, my sisters, my parents, his parents as well. 15th, we woke up quite early. We went to the airport. We had some extra baggage, so we had to go and fix our baggages. Z, say hi. Hello. So we're done with the lounge. We're going to the boarding. I hope we make it in time. All fun and good, we boarded and we took off. The flight was supposed to be about 6 hours, but ended up being about 8 hours plus because they had to reroute from some African countries that have issues. They couldn't pass over the airspace. As well, there was a 15-minute delay in the cabin before we took off. I don't know what happened, but there was some police coming to check some things. That was resolved and we took off. We landed in Nigeria. That's where the problem started. Touchdown. Hey mama. To take our bag from baggage claims, we used over an hour. Why? I don't know. It's not like there's a lot of people, but the process was just so tacky. And then we went to wait for my father-in-law, but because of the delay, he was waiting in the car park. Unknown to him, he was at the wrong terminal. So for him to reroute and come to our terminal took over 30 minutes because of traffic. But he later got there, second hurdle passed. This was about 3 hours after landing. We now had to go from the airport to the hotel which we had booked. That was Marriot Ikeja. Normally, it should take you less than 30 minutes to get to Marriott, okay? But it took us no less than 2 hours. Why? It was crazy. The traffic was mad. This is the same Ikeja. I was like, did I really want to come back to Nigeria? Like, I just got here. People should calm down. You're already stressing me. It was just outrageous. Then we got to the hotel. First, another issue. My husband forgot to activate his card for international payments. So we had to like fix it. I had to wait in the lobby. I was tired. I just wanted to go and rest. My butt was paining me. Like, I've not had that kind of butt pain inside my muscle. Even in the flight, my daughter was quite clingy. I had to carry her for so long and that was what gave me the butt pain. She pulled, she peed, and I had to change her cloth twice. And you know how the flight toilet is like a box. But that fine and good. We got to the hotel and it was time for me to rest. But I couldn't rest. My sister was within the area. She was in Radisson Hotel. She had just finished a corporate event where she was given an award. I told you guys she's on HR. It was close to our hotel. So once we confirmed that we're in, she came over to say hi with my mom, her baby, and my younger sister. So it was super nice to see them once again. And then we went to drop off my father-in-law in the house. So we had some light dinner and we were tired. We had to go back to the hotel and then we just slept. The morning we went for buffet downstairs. So we're Koriko and Co, I think, yes, where we had this Nigerian buffet. It has been a long time that we've had a touch of Nigerian food. Living in Doha, I cook a lot, especially Nigerian dishes, but to have them in your front, not having to bother how to make them or anything, it was just nice. This was the 16th of December, yeah. But it was the next day. I had to like fix my hair because I didn't fix my hair before we traveled. I just like wore a wig. So I had to go make my hair, make my nails, so that I could look nice on my birthday, you know. When I was done, I went to see my dad in the house. He was so happy to see Zikora because he has never seen her. Currently, he's a bit ill. Just praying for God's blessings on his life. He was so happy to see her. He even knelt down to play with her and hold her. So I was so super happy about that. When we were done, went in-laws place because literally we live close to each other. This is my estate here. A few estates in front is my husband's estate, and that's how we saw. That's how we met ourselves. The next day was a Sunday, which was my birthday. It was also the day we planned to have a Thanksgiving for our daughter. After that, we had a brunch at Casper and Gambini somewhere in Ikeja. From there, we went straight to Landmark Hotel. So there is Landmark Hotel and Landmark Resort. Before we left Doha, we planned where we're going to go to, places we're going to visit and all that. So I saw some review about Landmark Resort being not ideal, but we're like, okay, maybe it might be different when we go there. Maybe there was some things that had updated. So we got to the hotel. First of all, from the entrance, the lady was a bit saucy. We were like, where is the door? She was like, it's there. She wasn't nice. The cat took us to the resort because it's literally some meters away. And then, first of all, it was downstairs. The view was not appealing. The interior needed some renovation. And my husband had already paid for decoration. It was a happy birthday, everything on the bed. But it wasn't giving anything cool. The vibes was off. So we asked for a change of rooms. They said they didn't have any spare room available, that they were fully booked. Okay, now what are we going to do? We cannot stay here. We need a good room to stay in. So they offered to take us to the Landmark Hotel. We packed our things. I had to leave my decoration there, of course. And then went back to the hotel. On getting to the hotel, we asked for the room we're going to because they had given us one room to go to before. And then one lady now said that that's not the room we're to go to. So, okay, we'll take us to the room we're to go to. We went there and this room was a carcass. It was dilapidated. It was out of use. It was just horrible. There were cracks on the wall. There was stains on the wall, very visible stains. There were Ikeja chairs and one miniature bed. I'm like, I'm actually supposed to sleep here. Are you guys trying to test my patience or something? We were like, whatever people are doing, better do it fast. Because my husband was the one that was even more upset. I know my husband tried so much, so I just didn't want to make him get any more upset. So I was just like the calm person. This is like one of the supposedly best beaches in Lagos. This is your hotel. And this was even the same hotel that my husband proposed to me in, and it was really nice then. In the space of 2 years, it has dilapidated so bad. I don't know how they're managing it, but the maintenance culture is poor. Anyway, we got another room, which was better, and we moved our things in there. Later in the evening, my husband said, oh, get ready, have a dinner date. We've booked a very nice place. So yes, I got ready. I wore my dress, I wore a nice shoe and glammed up. Went for dinner day. It was so beautiful. Even when you get there, you don't know you were there. I loved it. Walking into the place, it had this ambience, and the food was nice. My husband had this funny drink that had like a big chili pepper on it. I told him to drink your chili. It's your chili. But they sang the happy birthday song for me. The staff came to sing for me that day, and I had a fun evening. I also had the spa voucher where I had to like take good care of myself. I think the next day I went for that, did the whole steaming, massage, and scrub and everything. It was beautiful. Z, come to mommy. Hey, baby. Like I mentioned, we've gone to Marriot and then we've gone to Landmark, and the next stop was my sister's place. Just before I was to leave to my sister's place, guess what? She sent me a message that they notified them the light transformer they were undergoing maintenance or so, and it was going to take a couple of days, not even hours. So we went there, and the thing we had to deal with first was heat. It was unbearable. It was nice to stay at her place. She has a nice place on the island, but the solar that they have cannot power multiple ACs. Either I have a baby, so the baby has to be in a place where the AC is on. The fan in the room was working, but then there was this heat in Nigeria that I don't know where it came from. We had to like move all her dresses, keep her on a very strappy singlet. It was very fussy before she could sleep that night. So we're supposed to do this for 2 nights. It's like we can't do this for the next night. So the next night we booked a hotel in a different place that we needed to just have constant AC. I mean, we had lights, we had fan, there was AC in the parlor, but it was not enough. It was hot. Nigeria was hot, very very hot. But before we left, we went to go and do a pedicure. When my sister went to a very nice place, the guy was just playing around with my feet. I don't know, but fix, do this thing and leave my feet. I don't know whether he was romancing my feet, but he shall finish last. It was somehow expensive. I'm like, this thing that this boy does not up to this amount though. But anyway, it's not me that is paying for it. My sister paid for it. I mean, her and her husband, because I went with them. Or my husband and my daughter was at home in the house. Did I just forget to tell you guys about what we did that evening? The evening we got to their house, we went out now. Yes, went to Ogobori. Yeah, they had this comedy club. It was interesting. There's this like stand-up comedian. That was the first time me being in a comedy room, and he like throws joke your way, random people, and it was interesting. From there we left. We were to go to an Airbnb that I had my younger sister book for me. But this is the thing, guys, do not book Airbnb through word of mouth. It has to be someone or somewhere of repute, like somewhere that has like documentation. My sister gave me the contact of this person that they book in Prime Waters. Is supposedly Abdul. I have been chatting with him before I left Qatar. Even as at November, I sent him a message that I was coming in December, this time to this time. December, was it 21 to 23 or 2024, 3 days, that kindly reconfirm my booking. And he said, oh, confirmed, just for me to get to 19th and the 20th, and he stopped picking up his call. This is someone that requested for full payment plus caution. This was about 240,000 naira. He disappeared into thin air. I kept on asking, is this guy legit? Hope he's legit. My younger sister said, yes, he's legit. The TikTokers, they use him in Prime Waters. He's the one that everybody knows. Just for me to be there 2 days before, and my guy just disappeared. I'm like, you are trying to scam me. Literally, I was scammed. I should have like gotten through an Airbnb that has a website that has multiple referrals. Because this was a referral, obviously, but the referral was just word of mouth. There was no backing to the referral, and I had paid this money, and the guy literally stopped picking my calls and probably blocked me because the number was not going through anymore. My husband was very angry with me, like he's still upset with me about it. And the fact that it was actually my sister that gave me this guy's contact, it felt like, what did you guys do? I had to book another Airbnb through my daughter's godmother. She has why did I have a chest pain? She has like a relation with the person that owns this Airbnb. So I booked and I made it cash this time around. Even though it was through my daughter's godmother, I said I'm going to pay at the location, and they had that option. So I took the option as quickly as I could. When we got there, we prayed for 3 days. After even seeing the place, I thought, let me see the place before I even make payment. So I went in and I saw it was beautiful. It was worth more than the price. It was clean and it was good. It was in a good location, although the road was a little bit bad getting there. But it was serene, it was clean, it was worth it. So we stayed there for 3 days. I've been moving around for so long. But I only had a place to like sit down and cool my head, relax and distress. So we had planned all these things before we left Doha, of all the places we were going to stay in Nigeria. This time around, it was time for my husband's sister. We have done my sister. It was time for my husband's. Not the same challenge. They also had solar, but it was still hot. So what happens is the government brings light. We put on the AC. They take light, put on solar. And once the battery is running, there's a number of load that can be on at a point in time. So one AC has to be on at a time. It's either the one in the parlor or the room or our room. So there are intervals where there is no AC, just the fan. The fan was cool, but sometimes it wasn't sufficient. But it was still hot. Heat wanted to kill us in Nigeria. So guys, we stayed there for some days. Christmas Day, we went to our family house. That is my husband's parents' house. We had like a get together. We cooked and had like goat meat pepper soup, rice, and other things. That evening, after everything, we went to have some ice cream. 27th, we went to Lakowe Lakes Golf Resort. So I was looking forward to going to this resort because the last time we went there, it was beautiful. I was in 2022 January. Lakowe Lakes Resort, it's a very cool place to go. If you're in Nigeria, that's one of the places you should go to. It's outside of the noise. It's outside of the hustle and bustle of Lagos with stretches of land, nature, birds. You can feel at home. You can feel serene. Stay in a detached apartment or you can stay in a cottage, which we usually take. We took a one-bedroom cottage this time around. The last time we were there, we took a studio cottage. It had extra space, extra balcony, and it was cute. We stayed there for 3 days. We had fun, went for buffet back to back, played with some kids in the restaurants that were at 8. We had fun. It was a cool time to just like distress and like take in nature. We loved it. We took in some pictures. I tried to recreate some of the pictures I took the last time I was there, but it was fun to be in Lakowe. I really loved my time. From Lakowe, we went to check into Nordic Hotel. That was where I did the Meet the Sisters video. Wanted to like break our trip because Lakowe is far in on the island. So once we are out, Nordic was somewhere in VI. We stayed there for a night, and in the morning I did the videos with my sister. The video with my sisters on Get to Know Us. Yeah. I hope you've watched that video. If you've not watched on it, click on it now. I did a video with them and we went back to the mainland and back to my husband's sister's place. I told you it wasn't so bad. Apart from the heat intervals, it was a good place to stay. Lagos is a fine place to be. You just have to understand the terrain, know the timings of when to go out and when not to go out, have good backup generators, solar. My sister's husband, as before we left, they were even getting solar so they can have like 24/7 lights because installation took longer than we expected, so we had to leave. Aside from that, just understand the people, understand how to navigate your life, and Lagos will be a sweet place for you. You know that you should expect traffic, and if you can avoid the timings for the traffic, you'll be fine. If you can avoid the places that are too noisy, you'll be fine, except you like noise. And if you like to hang out, there are lots of beautiful places to go to in Nigeria. At the end of the day, we can barely go to half of all the places that we plan to go to. Even the landmark beach, I had like a very nice outfit that I was going to wear at the beach. I couldn't wear it because it was just tiring. Whenever you go out and you meet the traffic and you come back, you just want to sit down and rest because you will plan and Lagos will plan for you because you don't know what you see when you go outside. Lagos is fun. You can see the people hanging on the buses. You can see the people selling on the roadside. You can see the people roasting corn. We also went to this place, Sketch. The location looked nice, although they didn't have customers like as I expected, but the ambience wasn't bad. Going back to my husband's sister's place, we stayed there for some more days. Crossed over to the new year. We went to church. We did a vigil in church. We were tired. Many times my husband asked if we could just cut our trip short and go back to Qatar, but I was like, man, we have already planned most of the things. Some of these places we've booked ahead of time, so let's just wait it out. Our family would still like to see us for some more days before we go. We're supposed to stay at Radisson for like 3 days, but the price that we saw when we got to Nigeria, and it was in dollars, it was like, it's not worth it. Like, we're about to leave, so let's just go back to the Airbnb Rema apartments, which we stayed the first time. They had give us a good experience, so we went back there, stayed for another 2 days, packed our things, and told Nigeria, peace out. In general, our stay was one of intent, but the intent is what mattered to me. The intent is the fact that I could introduce my daughter to my family members. I could see my dad. I know that most of the time, I don't know if I would see him whenever because the illness takes a huge toll on him. But I was happy that I could see him. I was happy that I could see my daughter. I was happy he was a grandfather as she was the first grandchild he has. I was happy that I could be in Nigeria and see the people that I had missed. I met up with a friend of mine, that's true, Nancy, from a colleague from work, Jumia. I was supposed to meet up with others, but they were unable to show up as I reached out to them late. But I was able to see some other friends of mine. We took off on the 5th of January back to Qatar. It was not so hard as going because it was a little bit shorter flights than when we came. But we loved it, and that's it. Remember to subscribe. I love you guys. Bye for now.